What's the scariest World War II fact or story that you know of? 1. That the Manhattan Project scientists couldn't rule out the possibility that detonating the nuclear bomb could incinerate the whole atmosphere. 2. My grandfather was one of the few that survived the Indianapolis sinking. He never went swimming my whole childhood. The only time he talked about it, he said his buddies would hear screaming in the pitch black at night while they bobbed in the water clinging to debris. They would do roll call the next morning to figure out who was eaten by sharks the night before. The man wouldn't even take a bath, only showers. 3. The firebombing of Dresden was so intense that the heat turned the cellars where people were sheltering into literal ovens, essentially cooking the people inside. Rescue workers found cellars flooded with rendered body fat. 4. If you really want to read some truly horrifying stuff, read up on Unit 731. It's been mentioned a few times on this page, but they don't really go into the details, and for good reason. It's a great way to ruin your day. 5. The Battle of Stalingrad was a black hole of death. When combining both sides, it was an average of about 10,000 casualties per day. That's an entire town, every day for 200 days straight. 6. The fact that people survived for days in the sunken ships after Pearl Harbor. 7. A third of all German military deaths were in the last 6 months of the war. 8. The fact that Japan got away with the atrocities they did to China and have still not apologized or been held responsible. 9. Just 2 weeks ago we had to evacuate our apartment because they found a leftover WW bomb on a construction site a couple houses from our place. Luckily they could defuse it and nothing happened, but I think it's really scary that that bomb was buried there for 80 years and they had even built a gas station just above it. 10. That people are still passing from World War II unexploded munitions.